Welcome back to Humans in AI. I have the privilege and honor of hosting the luminary Bill Gross with me today. Bill, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. It's such a kind introduction. I really appreciate it.
So you, as the founder of Idea Lab, have started 150 companies and also invented the monetization model on search. So what led you to start ProRata in this new era of Gen AI?
Well, I feel that this is an unbelievable new era. It's a disruptive time. And I always look for problems in the world that can be fixed with technology. And one of the problems that I saw in the world that was actually inspired by the New York Times lawsuit against OpenAI a little over a year ago was, how does human creativity flourish in this age of AI? How can we take human creators and cut them in on some of the profits of generative AI so that humans have an incentive to continue to create the great content that powers this? So I felt a system that shared revenue with creators, like revenue is shared on Spotify with musicians, or like revenue shared on YouTube with creators. If we could do that in generative AI, that would make a really fair system. So I was very passionate about making that fair system happen. That's why I started the company.
So having done probably like more than 25 years back, first generation of internet search with goto.com, it became Overture. How do you see the search market evolving over the next 5 years? Because a lot of the big incumbents are under threat this time.
Think back to the early mid-90s when the internet was first exploding. Search was not viewed as something that was extremely valuable. You had Yahoo, which was a little organization of websites. You had Excite and Lycos. And people thought search was just one way to find websites, but the other way to find them was with lists and with reviews. But then it became very obvious that search was the jumping off point for almost all of people's exploration. And that led to a lot of spam in search. And that led to the invention of both Overture and Google, both of which were set to try and make search more efficient. The PageRank algorithm of Google really made good content surface to the top. And the keyword invention of paid search at GoToOverture really helped quality commerce rise to the top. And who would have thought that that was worth $1 trillion? Like, this industry is worth multiple trillions of dollars now. It's because when people begin their journey on almost anything, whether it's knowledge or travel, purchases, in everything, search is the jumping off point. So for 20 years, from basically 2001 to 2021, that model became worth trillions of dollars. And now a new thing comes along to disrupt that. So in this new paradigm of search, a whole new ecosystem has to be invented for how to monetize that. So that's very exciting to me.
In this world, there's no attribution to the people who have creativity. They're not making the money. How do you see them playing in this ecosystem?
Well, I agree with you. I agree with them that their IP is being taken away. Clearly, if a musician writes a song and uploads it to Spotify, and that song gets listened to many times, that musician shares in the revenue of Spotify. And I think that generative AI should be the same way. And that's what my company ProRata is trying to do, which is show the world that you can make a fair compensation model so that everybody wins. There's three parties in these transactions. There's the artist who makes the creative content to start with. There's the search site or search engine or answer engine. And then there's the consumer. All three of them need to win. So ProRata is set to give a fair compensation attribution to all parties so everybody benefits. And I think that's the future. I'm trying to make that point. Now, obviously, we have huge support from the publishers. The publishers who are having their content shoplifted right now are pretty angry. And in just 1 year, we've signed up 400 publications around the world who want to join a system like this.
We are in the Gen AI era. There's a lot of talk about, hey, we're in a hype. Is this real? Where do you think we are?
Yeah.
Where are this cycle?
I think we're at the beginning of the cycle, and I think it's actually underhyped. Let me explain why. When the internet came out and it was taking off in the early 90s, it affected the dissemination of information, and it made information communication more powerful. But with AI, it doesn't affect just information. It affects everything. Every single thing is impacted by AI. So the idea that life is going to change dramatically in the next decade is a huge understatement due to AI. Therefore, I think there's huge opportunity to make it benefit mankind. And if we can really take a look at all the areas where we can make things more efficient, more practical, enhance lives, save lives, I just think that we really are in the early stage of something that's incredible because it touches more things than previous revolutions touched. Internet touched dissemination of information. Mobile touched live communication. This touches everything, every aspect of business, science, life, biology. So it's really, really a big deal. Really, really exciting time to be alive.
No, thank you for your optimist view.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your support.